Boy, this is one of those treasured days in the fall. The temperature has reached the 70s. However, I want to take you back to the 50s. Let's go. Welcome to 1955, where the good news is we don't have to miss that wonderful day that's going on outside when we're indoors. This house, designed in 1955 by Henry Newhouse, was designed to take advantage of this remarkable view of the property, the tableland here, the tall trees, and the ravine below. Also a really nice bridge off to the side. You can see it all from this entire glass wall on this side of the house. That's why when you come into the house from the other side, you don't see quite as much drama. The house looks a little bit lower, more obscure. It's designed that way to save the wow until you get inside. But Newhouse dressed up the front of the house, the entry of the house, a bit with a really nice paved courtyard in the breezeway between the garage and the house. And then you get this nice fan-shaped walk so that you turn and arrive here. At the entrance to the house, first you see this great acrylic handrail that I'm just completely in love with, and the wonderful travertine marble floors that run throughout this first floor. This nice open space first floor starts with the dining room on the far end, surrounded by windows, come through the formal living room, which also, of course, has the view, and the informal living room, what we now would call a family room. That one bumps out a little bit from the main line of the house so that in the far part of that room, you're actually sitting out in the garden with glass all around. The two pieces of the living room, the family and the formal living room, are divided by this fireplace wall. On the formal side, you get this gorgeous geometrical limestone piece as the mantel, and in the family room, you get this wonderful vintage feeling from the fieldstone, the pewter hood, granite tops. There's also a grill in this fireplace, but this sort of feels like the place your family will gather. Really feels as if we ought to be dressed for the 1950s there because it is a vintage piece, and there are more we'll see in the kitchen. The kitchen has its original layout, and it also has an original light fixture, clearly from the 50s. Look at this refrigerator. They've kept it, it works, and they've upgraded it, but it's got this wonderful 50s feel, white on the outside, baby blue on the inside. Really terrific. The cabinets have been updated, though they're original, and you've got these great picture windows that look out on the courtyard I was talking about. So when you're doing the dishes, you are looking at the garage, but it's got a beautiful stone wall. You've got the gardens out beyond and this nice courtyard. Really a great use for those 1950s picture windows. And then behind the main piece of the kitchen is this pantry area with an enormous amount of storage. And where you really see a lot of storage is here in the master suite. You've got two large dressing rooms on either side. One is an addition to the original floor plan, but each member of this room has a very large dressing room and a bath. And then you've got this nice, very serene master bedroom looking out over the ravine, which is the whole purpose for being here. That's on this floor. Then above, there's a children's suite. It's a really nice layout because it's two bedrooms with a study between them or a playroom between them. Each of the bedrooms has its own bath. And because they're raised a little higher, you look out over the trees. And right now, when the leaves are down, you also look down the end of the ravine to the lake, which doesn't touch this property but is visible. Another thing to notice in those bedrooms, I don't know how it got there, but my own childhood bedroom furniture is in one of them. Here again on the first floor, there's one more bedroom off the kitchen. If this were the Brady Bunch home, that's where Alice would have slept. And this is where the Brady kids would hang out. Here in this basement rec room where you're surrounded by this nice 50s finish wood, and you've got a full bath next door on this side. On that side, there's even more space, larger than this. It's not finished to this level, but you can finish it and turn it into rec room, playroom, yoga room, workout, whatever you want to do to bring it up to today's standards. And speaking of today, this concludes our visit to the 1950s, so I now return you to 2012, already in progress.